Hey campers, George here, back in the man cave. Whoa, too much coffee this morning. You know what I'm looking at today? These two guys, scout knives. Found them at a local swap meet up in Elko with Keith and Michael. You probably saw that. Real bargains, but they need some loving. So let's check them out. So these are the two guys I'm talking about. And oops, well, here you can see I paid a blistering $6 for this guy. Check that out. See that? It's an Imperial Scout. I've seen these before, and you probably have as well, because why? Keith has two, and if you looked at it, if you watched the camper video, look at his camper collection, you would have seen them. But here it is here. Very traditional. And of course it has that nice budge on it. It's a little dirty, rusty, but the blades and everything, really good shape. And just needs a really good cleanup, polish, shine. The blade, typical. It's still got a bit of a belly there, but that goes away. But in really good condition, works really well. And like I said, a blistering $6. Can't beat that. And if you you can see the Imperial tank stamp there, and that makes it this guy and that old. Yep, he's an older, 46 to 56, I think it is. Very happy with this one. And then of course we've got this guy. See that? An unusual one. Got scout knife on it. And this, here you have it. Yeah, it's just a 3-blader. You've got your screwdriver, bottle opener, can opener, old style, love those, and of course the blade. The blade's a little nicked up there. I don't know if you can see that, but hopefully we can get that all cleaned up and make it nice and pretty. But here's the thing. Look at the tank stamp on this guy. Fairmount, New York. Huh. Who would have thunk? Had no idea who they were. Here's the tank stamp and some of the info. Now, Fairmount, I look them up, found them, and yeah, they're affiliated. They're actually a brand of Camillus. Camillus made these, which is pretty exciting, because you know how I hate a Camillus, like Camillus, you know what I mean. Anywho, they're associated with Camillus, and I think it was one of their low-end brands, but it's in pretty good condition. It's very nice and just needs a really good clean. A lot of rust going on there, but hopefully with a dip and a rub and a sharpen, be nice and pretty. And I thought it was a great addition to, my scout knives, which we'll have a look at later. I don't have a bunch, but I'm proud of what I got, I mean, I like them. They're unusual and, very popular. And, this guy is an unusual addition. And, of course, this guy. Say hello to Mary. Yeah. Winter's coming. It was a blistering 46 degrees this morning. Mary wasn't impressed going outside. She's coming here to see what's going on. Right, girl? Hey, Missy? What do you think? Winter's coming. You know what that means, right? Lots of snow. She's not a big fan of the cold weather because she can't sit outside in her catio. I do have another Scout, and it's this guy here. Look at it. Very nice, very good condition. Mail call. I believe it was Bob who sent this, and it's a Hammer brand. You can see the tank stamp there. Here it is here. And as you saw, it's a 36 to 37 a year. Normally they're a couple of years, but these were just a year. And interestingly enough, I was going through my other to be looked at and fixed, and I found this guy. See that? Kind of the same, right? Right? With a slight difference. They are actually the same model, just slightly different handles, but this guy has been taken apart and put back together. Unfortunately, they kind of messed that up, kind of like I do often, and that is put the blades on the wrong side. When I say the blade on the wrong side, here's the bail, and he's got the blade on the bail side, which is not a good thing, because when you open it up, the bail sitting here, it gets in the way. The correct way is this guy. The blade opens opposite to the bail. So that's a giveaway. All the tools are in the correct positions. He just flipped the blade around. And that's why he took the bail off. But I was sent some random bails in a mail coin. There's a bail. I know there's a bail in there. It's going to fit this guy. So what we can do is pop these off, switch them around. We'll have a look. Maybe switch these the other way around so that the clamshells are the other way, so that the bail's on the other side opposite. I don't know if that's going to work. I've got to think about that. We might have to change a little bit more than that. So that's what we'll do. And you know what? Makes them unique. So that's what we can do as well. But mainly I want to clean up the other two that Mary has decided she now owns. She's lying on them. She does that. Don't know. I know why. If you put a square down anywhere, cat's going to go and sit in it. It's kind of weird. Cheers. Let's get these taken care of. So here are the ne'er-do-wells we're going to be dealing with. This guy needs a good soak, and I'm going to do that one as well. Not too long, a little concerned about the handle, but I won't soak it very long. This one here needs a little work, needs a polish, clean and whatnot. I'm going to put this handle on that side, I think. Switch them around so that the bail won't interfere with the blade. We're doing a little bit of work on there, put a bail on, switch some things around, polish and shine, and of course sharpen. And then this guy is kind of clean already. I had polished him a while ago. You can see it there. In pretty good shape. It needs, I didn't sharpen it, so it needs to be sharpened. But that's it. It's ready to go into the collection. Very nice, these little hammers. So we can put them aside for now. Let's take care of these guys. Soak them, work on that one while they soak. So these guys, I'm just going to open them up, let them sit in the tray and soak it in some evaporust. 30 minutes or so, we'll see how they're doing. Give them a rub. It's mainly to get the heavy rust off. And you can see inside needs to be cleaned. A lot of patina. Now, evaporust will patina it more, but it's going to get rid of this stuff, the heavy rust. Now, it's probably put it under there, not a big deal. But we can still sharpen them up. We'll just let them soak. In pretty good condition. Oops. Got to get it to fit somehow. Same thing with this guy. This is that unusual one that is associated with Camelus, the Fairmont, and you can see pretty rusty. So we're looking for the same result there as we want on that one.
So we're just going to open them up and let the evaporous get into as much as possible. Made a mess. Should be wearing gloves. Not as nasty as the other stuff. Let me clean up this mess. Go wash my hands. So this guy. First thing I want to do is take off the clamshell. And let's switch it around and see if it's better. We got to get that bail away from this side. So let's do that now, which is always nerve-wracking for me because I don't want to break those tabs. So what I'm talking about is these tabs here to get them off. Got to be really careful with them. You don't want to break them. And I have my trusty little broken screwdriver. Hopefully this will do the trick. So I need to hook into that tab. Oh. Like that. There we are. And now it just slides off. Yep, this one has been taken apart. Look how they've dented. These guys are worse than me. What can I say? Let's try the other side. We all know how bad I am at this. Oh. These are really moving too easily for me. Makes me nervous. The covers are in really good condition. Okay. So what we want to do is we want the bail on the other side of the knife blade here. So we want this on that side. The scout is correct there, and they're at the top. Difference is the blade is on this side, the tools are on this side. That's the only difference. Let's see if we can put it back together. So what I'm talking about is on this side and this side, they're actually a little bit tighter on one side, and that's been bent a lot. So we got to loosen up these tabs which were on the tight side and tighten these ones down here that are just bent up. Yeah, you see how they got the really tight tab here on the blade. That's not a good thing, unfortunately. So we've got to squish this one down to slide it in and clip this one inside. So I've got to lift this one a little bit. Like that. Push this one down. See how quickly that moved? Not good. Not good at all. So we slide this one in. And we got to get that one. I'm going to slide this one in and close the this side. It's really soft. This thing's about to break. That's not good. Take it easy on it. Now we got to get this one on. It's got a bad feeling here. It broke. Man. Okay, unfortunately I thought I might have another clamshell that's the same size, the same as this one, and transfer all this, because you can take the badge off, onto a new one, but nope, I don't have this size, so we're out of luck there. I was about due to break a clip. I hadn't ever broken one before, so there you go. I'm going to tape it up and put it into the hope and pray box we can find a matching set of clamshells. On to the other two guys. Okay, so these guys have been sitting for about an hour. If you look, you can see what I mean about it patinaing the blades. So what I'm going to do now is I have a fairly stiff wire brush. It's not very stiff, very small. Just going to use it to lightly rub and get rid of that this heavy rust here. And now you can see how there is going to be pitting on the blade underneath that rust. But that's okay. It won't be obvious when you shine everything up. It's going to go through the whole knife and the other one. Then we'll let them sit a little bit longer, and then I'll go and wash them and bring them back. We can start working on them. Okay, here they are. Didn't clean that very well. I'll have to get that out. But you can see a lot of the heavy rust is off the blades now. So we can start cleaning them up. Now this one was really hard to pull the blades out, and it's a lot freer now, so that's a good thing. So this one is ready to be cleaned, and this one, you can really see the patina on the blades on this one. You can see how dark the blades are. But we'll clean them up, that'll come off. All these will eventually patina over time anyway. But it's always nice to clean them up and start from scratch. I like these knives. This is actually a very nice knife. Unusual, not common. So we're going to start with 300 to 400 Gritcher, the foam backed, and just work our way through the tools and then the outside, and we will rinse and repeat on the other one, and I'll show you the end result. Don't forget, always support your blades. And of course the boss keeping a close watch, making sure I'm safe. In her favorite box. She's got 2 others waiting to go from mail calls. So here is this guy at 5 to 600 grit. It's really pitted. Look at this. So you can try and get rid of that. We're going to take a lot of steel off. Plus, look at the blade. It's got some nicks on it. Gonna have to get rid of that when we sharpen. But it's starting to shine. So now we go to 1000. And then we'll go to 7,000 and then polish on both of them. So here is this guy at 1000. An improvement. Let's get at this guy. So here is this guy, 12 to 1500. Coming along nicely. Now on to 7,000 for a quick rub, and then we go to polish. So here we are at 7,000. Nice shine. Looking a little cleaner. Same with this guy. Very pitted, this guy. But he's coming up nice. The grind marks on here, look at them. Man. Don't understand that. Still a good knife. Still a very good knife. Let's polish them. Yes, I'm using mothers, and that is because these are going into my collection. I won't be using them for food prep or anything like that. I know they are Boy Scout knives. If I know they will be leaving my collection, I will wash them. Get all the nasty stuff off. And just remember that if you're using things like mothers. Flitz is a little bit better, but still you should wash it if you're going to use it for food prep. Warm water and light soap, dishwasher. But mothers does a great job though. I need to fix this guy down. here's this guy. And you can see how Mother's smooths out the shine. It gives a more even shine. So there we are. 2 scouts, all shiny. Let's sharpen them. We got to sharpen this guy too.
Just oiling them quickly. Sanding and all that good stuff. But here is this guy. See that? This guy turned out better than I thought it would. It was pretty beat up, but it shined up. I mean, there's still scratches. Can't really get rid of that. But a very cool knife. Really like this knife. The main reason, Fairmont, not very well known. I had to look it up, didn't know who they were. Come to find out that Fairmont Cutlery is a brand name from Camillus. So there you go. And not surprising when I look at it, it kind of is Camillus-y. Camillus-y, Camillus-y, you know what I mean. But you can see, cleaned up very nice. Nice addition. Always a good one. It's unusual, not that common. And of course the can opener is a little bit different. And then we have this guy, which was a guy I got in I believe in a mail call. And it was in really good condition. I basically polished it. And you saw I sharpened the blade. And it's a Scout. You can see that. Hammer brand. Can see there, very cool, very nice little knife, clamshell, very nice. I like these. Another good addition. And then we got this guy, the big guy, which is from Imperial, and you can see the badge. It's a plastic handle, but it's been molded in there. Very cool, nice and big, shined up nice, everything in good working order, which is a plus. Have you noticed they all have their bails, which is a good thing. If it comes with the bail, it stays with the bail. So there you are, the Imperial. Oh, I wanted to show you the tang stamp on this guy. You can see it's a little, you can see it there. An old guy, very good condition. Like I said, first time I saw one of these was Keith had one or two in his collection, so very cool. And then of course the disaster, this guy. You know, I was due. I've taken a lot of clamshells off without breaking, you know, the thingy here. You know, now I have to wait until I can find a matching size clamshell on a beater out there, and then replace it, move the cover over and the badge. Then I got to thinking, maybe not. I'm thinking, you know what, I have one. We have this guy, same thing, right? Just slightly different handle colors. And a while ago, when I went to USA Knife Maker to pick up some supplies, I got this. And this is Camel Smooth Bone White. And I'm thinking, you can see it here, look how it shines up. It's two pieces. You can see it's two pieces there. Of just taking the handle off and putting this on, cover the whole thing. It won't be a clamshell. Gonna have to fix it on, glue it on, probably pin it through here, at least one pin, or maybe all three pins. Maybe not. We'll see. And I'll be able to put the bail back on wherever I want without, you know, having to move things around. But that's the plan on this one, so heads up there, spoiler. I think it'll be a nice project, be something different. I want to see how well the white bone works. I've never done much with bone. So 3 very nice scouts adding to my collection. I'm excited. It's starting to grow now. I don't have that many. I'll show you what I mean.
So there it is. Not much, but I'm pretty excited about it because right off we're adding another 3. Is that not cool? Hey, it grows. And interesting, the selection I have. You know, basically they've either been a mail call or I've found them out antiquing, you know, with Keith or at swap meets and things like that. You can see it's quite a selection. This one here is probably the one. It's a Remington. You can see that. Beautiful knife. Keith gave me this one. It came in the box and everything with all the paperwork. Awesome knife. Awesome knife. And this one, Ulster. Very nice. You can see the badge on it. Solid knife. Beautiful. Real, you know, scout knife style. This is a Girl Scout. And if you think I have 2 of the same, they're not. One is smaller than the other. You see that? Did not know that. Happened to just pick up another one. Thought, there's another one. And it was different. Now, allegedly, this was for the Scout Master, Mistress, Master, the obviously Girl Scouts. And this was for the Girl Scouts. Slightly smaller. Basically the same thing, just smaller. Which made sense. Beautiful knives, and I believe these are Cutmasters. Very nice. I like Cutmaster. They do a good job. Then we have this one here, which is kind of unusual to all the ones. It has that plastic handle with the Scout emblem in it. And this is an Imperial, I believe, or a Colonial. Yeah, it's an Imperial. There you can see it there. See that? Very nice. Same thing. What I call a true Scout. Then there's this one, which is really unusual. You can see it says the GS on there, Girl Scouts. It's aluminum. The frame and everything, the The liners is aluminum. It's as light as ever, and it happens to be called the feather light. This one is another Utica. Well, Cutmaster, but a Utica before they became Cutmaster. And like I said, it's really light. It's very cool, unusual. This one, obviously, Victorinox, very nice. I love this style. This shape of knife, I think for me is the perfect pocket knife. You can see there. And has the badge on there. It's a Cub Scout. Very nice, very clean, typical. You saw these guys. Now, I left this one to last because if you go onto the the Scouts website now, this is what they offer as a Scout knife. And I thought it unusual. It's kind of a Congress, right? See that? All those blades together, has the badge. It's an official Scout knife. Let me just find the main blade here, which is this one, I believe. And it says stainless china, which is kind of a shame, but it is the way they chose to go for a Scout knife, which is not really. It's a Congress. It's a whittler. There's no tools on it that you'd expect on a Scout, which is disappointing. And oh boy, here comes the boss. She's in for a drink, I think. Yep, she's having a drink out of that nasty water that I use to soften my leather. She loves it though. So there you go. My Scout collection is growing. My bad. When I was putting them all away, I realized that I had decided to keep all my Camillus, you know what I mean, in a separate box. I'm collecting Camillus, so I keep them all together. As you can see, I have some Scout knives. Here's this one, Camillus. These are all basically almost kinda the same. But they're from different years, and they are very cool. You can see the badges on them. I love my Camillus, you know. This is the pride and joy of the lot, except the blade is really worn down, but it's in good condition. And yep, it's a Camillus, the badge. So there, my bad, update. When I get to this one, I will be transferring the Scout badge over with the bone. That's the plan. So that'll add to it. So there you go, my Scout collection. Not much, but it's mine. So there you are. A nice addition to my collections. I do like a Boy Scout. I think it's, you know, they use the perfect camper utility knife with the tools and everything. It's just a shame to see that they offer a Congress style knife today. It kind of doesn't seem right. When you see a lot of people refer to any of the campers or utility knives as a Scout knife. Not an official, but it's a Scout knife. Has the same tools. All the traditional Scout knives had those tools. It's kind of a shame. But what do you do? I'll just keep looking for the old ones, right? Shock and horror. You all be safe out there. Especially when you're cleaning and you make them nice and sharp. You see they sharpened up pretty good for me.
And of course I had the oops, but I think we can recover from that. Should be a good recovery if the plan goes together. And don't forget, Mary says, like, share, subscribe. You know the story. She just wants to hang out today, right? You had the zoomies earlier. You were all over the place. Every couple of days she hits the zoomies and for about 15 minutes runs around like a banshee. Don't know what that's about. You're getting a little old for that, right? So there you go. Mary just reminded me, if you'd like to support the channel, there is the membership program. There's a join button below. You can click on that and have a see what it's all about, and it's a way to support the channel. You get some extra perks and extra video and a couple of other things. And also, when you comment or in the live shows, you will have a thing like this. You can see this one here. There's a little 2CG logo right next to it with a star, showing that they remember and they support the channel. One of the perks. Just say. Thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. And we'll see you again soon. Bye.